everybody. So I hope everybody's well. I hope y'all doing good. I hope y'all been taking care of yourselves again. I hope y'all doing good. By the way, hopefully I can, hopefully the whole video will be produced right now, and it don't cut off, before I'm finished. But yeah. So the previous video we talked about, where I talked about gang stalking in the military, and I didn't even necessarily talk about it. It was kind of like an intro because again the video cut off. But yeah, so now I'm kind of just gonna be continuing on from that first part, I guess technically. Okay, so from what I recall, pretty much where we left off at, we was basically talking, or we were basically saying how the military, the government, and the Freemasons are the backbone of gang stalking. Yeah. So, and moving from that, we're just going straight into it. So they combine operational skill, personal intelligence, honeypots, close connection, systematic coordination. They use all those type of techniques to monitor, to manipulate, to shame, to pressure, to control, to attempt to intimidate. They all those things. The person. The random harassment or stalking or coincidences are a part of a multi-layered system of control and destruct. Okay, these overlapping systems did not appear overnight. The psychological manipulation and warfare techniques are basically what was previously used in the MK Ultra experiments. The social control tactics of COINTELPRO. These are modern day extensions of those programs, okay? And understanding this, we literally just have to, and it's very obvious, okay? And I'm not gonna lie about it. When I was writing this, and I was only speaking on the military because I had, my previous video was about the goddamn Freemasons, and I was just connecting all the motherfuckers. But while I was writing about the connection, or the military connection, literally the next day, them motherfuckers sent them 3 big ass fucking helicopter chopper bitches in the fucking sky after my ass. So that shit was just insane. So it's just crazy. So I'm not gonna lie about it. I no longer give a fuck about the damn Freemasons because that means if the military fucking helicopters is after me, that's some deep ass shit. That's some crazy ass shit actually. That's insane. But anyway, okay, moving on. We're not moving on because this is all part of it. So fuck talking about stuff moving on. No, this, but yeah, we is fixing to be moving on because all this is fixing to come to a damn end. Okay, but yeah. And so yeah, when we talk about gang stalking and organized harassment, we cannot ignore the military connection. We cannot ignore the government connection. The government is fully behind this shit. Them motherfuckers is fully funding this shit. Nobody else on this planet is funding the gang stalking shit besides the government. And that's just what the fuck it is. That's just what the fuck it is. And we have to be for real. No other bitch on this planet is funding gang stalking except for the government, okay? That's just what it is. These programs did not just appear out of nowhere. This is from centuries of psychological warfare, surveillance, and counterintelligence, okay? Now it's just redirected onto regular civilians, okay? People that experience gang stalking or any other type of heavy surveillance, heavy monitoring, heavy stalking from government agencies, okay? Full blown. It's literally crazy. I just came from the damn store. None of my damn business. It's a whole fucking big ass Escalade sitting in a random cut right by this damn cemetery. I walk past, bitch pulls up and then tries to pull into another parking lot. Bitch, just like you seen me, bitch, I seen you, you dumb fuck. There's no way you think I'm that fucking dumb. There's no way you're that fucking dumb, actually. That's crazy. Be for real with yourself, actually. Okay. So the military and the military or ex-military ties and how they connect with the Freemasons. So, many ex-military members tend to, not all of them, I can't give a percentage because I don't know. So obviously that's not my team here saying not, to claim that or to know that that's not what I know. But a lot of them or many of them join the Freemasons after service. Okay, and the military as well as the Freemasons use chain of commands, all that type of thing, or all those type of things, loyalty, silence, you know, whatever, those oaths, stuff like that. And so you just intertwine that. They all just basically sharing things, sharing information, favors, manpower, all of that. Okay, the precision, the coordination, and the intense harassment and the unending surveillance all 100% reflect military, government, and Masonic tactics, okay? And that's why it feels so boom, boom, robotic, and militarized, okay? That's why. Alright. And so what they tend to do is, because I don't, okay. But yes, if anybody doesn't know, a honeypot is basically a man or woman that they send to you to have, I guess any type of relations. I don't know. That's what a honeypot is. And it's personal, that's a form of intense personal manipulation, okay? So, I guess we can, is that really, it is important. Alright, yeah, we're going to talk about that, I guess. So part of the psychological warfare involves manipulation through personal relationships. Okay, when you're dealing with gang stalking, that's just what it is. That's a huge tactic in it. Okay, so this is also known, or can also be known as a honeypot. Okay, so this is where someone, whether man or woman, is encouraged to form a romantic or intimate relationship or connection with the target, or the person that experiences gang stalking. Okay, only to later be used, but they've always been used as a tool, but only to later be used as a tool of control, surveillance, and destabilization, okay? I experienced this firsthand. I never realized that he was a honeypot maybe till now. I'm still, I wouldn't, list him as that, but this motherfucker gotta be a honeypot the way bitched and, switched up like that. But so, yeah, anyway, so my ex, the one who I just was talking about, but so yeah, he was in the military, okay? He pursued me, okay? From then to now, he has since, shifted, So it's like he's acting on behalf of a larger system. That's literally how he's acting. That's literally how he is acting, okay? And this is exactly how the combo of military training and Masonic influence can turn a relationship into, monitoring, testing, a psychological, just the whole game. I was gonna say anybody would know, but you won't even know until shit really hits the fucking fan. You literally just will not. But those honeypot relationships are designed to keep you manipulated and energetically and emotionally just tied, stuck, stagnant, just all of that, okay? It's those honeypot relationships are just a huge, basically a big ass spiritual attack. That's really just what it is, okay? So again, the military connection to the Freemasons, their connection to gang stalking, and their overall role and mission in this daily battle on common civil ground, also known as gang stalking, okay? And gang stalking is what happens when you combine these military orders with these fraternal societies. That's literally just what happens, okay? They are all gatekeepers, obviously, as we know. So they're gatekeepers to power, to control, to policing, the opposite of justice, okay? Intelligence, position, all that, okay? Let's see. But yeah, so for anybody that doesn't know, my name is Miriam. I'm originally from Philly. Uh, excuse me. Born and raised from Philly, but I spent like most of my 20s in Texas, just living my life, minding my business. And it kind of came back here in my late 20s, so probably like 28, 29 is when I came back to Philly, like after I was experiencing gang stuff. But anyway, uh, yeah, so I started experiencing gang stalking in Dallas, okay? October 31st of 2021, okay? And one thing about it, it seems like most of us know when it first occurred. Because the thing about it is, nothing about gang stalking is normal. Nothing about it is normal. Okay, nothing about it is normal. And even that night, like one thing I'm always just minding my business, enjoying my life. And even that night, like it was his birthday. Technically, his birthday is the 30th, but we was we be that's just what we do. So we were celebrating it, the whole freaking weekend. But this particular day, it was a Sunday, which was the day after his actual birthday, which began on October 31st of 2021. And it's something about gang stalking is very specific and just like you just. So anyway, I don't know, but yeah, so that's just, I don't know. But yeah, so I just no, okay, I don't know. But just move on, because what the fuck, I didn't sit here and say all that for a couple of seconds. But yeah, so it started in Dallas. Yeah. So anyway, so we moved to Dallas. With just a little backstory, me and the ex, we moved to Dallas in 2020, a few months after COVID, started. Which COVID technically started, or was first, not discovered, but was found out about like late 2019, early 2020, And so yeah, and if anybody don't know, COVID was a spiritual attack, and that's just what the fuck it was on all of humanity. That's what it was, okay? But anyway, so yeah, so he was honorably discharged from the military in 2017, okay? But we was still living in that military town. Killeen, Fort Hood, whatever you want to call it, that's where we was living, okay? Well, Fort Hood is the base. Killeen is like the little town where, the civilians or regular people or the military people and whoever lived, it was right outside the base, I guess, okay? So like a few months after COVID, so like the summer of COVID, we moved from the military base to Dallas, okay? And so 1 month into moving to Dallas, my ex, he started to experience seizures and car accidents, okay? Like real bad. This was not the case previously, okay? And after he started experiencing the seizures and the car accidents, I started getting fired from jobs and started getting fucking stalked and harassed by every neighbor bitch on the planet. Literally, every fucking neighbor bitch on the planet. I just started getting stalked by it. Okay, and that wasn't previously the fucking case, okay? And mind you, a lot of these neighbors was the same people, and we was at this apartment for a minute, okay? The only neighbor that changed was the upstairs neighbor. That's the only neighbor that fucking changed, okay? Because previously it was a couple that lived upstairs, and I never heard them the whole time they fucking lived there. But yeah, okay. So okay. Yeah, and then and so anyway, so when I was experiencing the gang stalking in Dallas, I went through like minimum 5 fucking upstairs neighbors. Minimum. This was literally in less than a fucking year, less than 7 months. How many, does that make any, that alone don't make no fucking sense. That's not even enough time for a bitch to move in, that same motherfucker to move out, for the apartment complex to clean, redo everything that needs to be fucking done, for the next motherfucker to move in, get set. Times 3 to 5, no, that doesn't make any sense. That's just illogical, okay? That doesn't make any fucking sense. So yeah. So then, now let's talk about the military patrol and the military grade surveillance and how the military ties into all of this shit. And again, the ex was in the military, and why they stalking me, I don't fucking know, because I wasn't in the fucking military. But anyway, so when I left Dallas to Philly, forget it, to come back after me and him had, broke up or whatever. My original flight was for Monday at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. or something. Literally, hold on. Yeah, it had to be. Hold on, let me see here. Oh, technically, all it doesn't matter. My flight was at okay, all it doesn't matter again. My flight was on a Monday, okay? I get to the airport, my flight is canceled. Okay, I'm like, okay, whatever, but I'm annoyed because this fucking Uber was $100, so that's a waste of money. So now I have to do this again back, and then I have to do this again on my way to airport again tomorrow. But okay, sure, that's just fucking dumb. Alright, but okay, sure. So anyway, so the flight is canceled, but I'm low-key happy because I get to spend one more night with the ex, so it low-key worked out fine with me, so fuck it, alright, sure. So anyway, that should have been the sign right there to just stay my ass the fuck. But anyway, sorry, I keep saying that. So it was rescheduled for the same exact time the next day. Now, what fucking logic is that? The same exact time, huh? But okay, sure. Okay, so this is scheduled for the same exact time the next day. So I ensured, that I was early because I don't know. I just wanted to ensure that, because I had a lot of shit. So I wanted to ensure I was early. I gave myself enough time to be maneuvering with all this fucking shit. And I had my damn cat with me. So I had to really be sure that I had enough time with it, okay? So I arrived at TSA. Okay, so they sitting here complimenting the fuck out my cat, adoring my damn cat. Okay, sure, cool. They gonna take my business. So while they sitting here, complimenting my damn cat, they sitting here fingerprinting my ass. Well, now why are you motherfuckers fingerprint? That doesn't make any sense. So I'm like, okay, well, why are y'all fingerprint? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so they just I don't even remember what the fuck these motherfuckers said because it just didn't make no fucking sense. And the only way I could get past this motherfucker is for these motherfuckers to fingerprint me. So I'm like, okay, fuck it, let me just go on and get the fuck. As soon as I get the fuck, I'm sitting calling my damn mind because I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. It literally, and mind you, I've been flying, I was just never in my fucking life. That doesn't make any sense. So, anyway, and after they fucking fingerprint, I had fucking a leftover fucking substance on my damn hand. Okay? And yeah, you guys on the fucking FBI list. To this day, you would think I'm on the FBI list, okay? Then I've been heavily gang stalked in Philadelphia since that, okay? Since that fucking, since I've been, but yeah, all that. But I've been heavily fucking gang stalked in Philly since that fucking day. Okay, I thought it was bad and fucking doubt. No. Philly's gang stalking is way worse than fucking Dallas. And I'm not gonna lie the fuck about it. But granted, with Dallas, I mean, it was just the fucking apartment. Well, I was only, and maybe because I was just starting to experience it, I was only experiencing it. There, not all the extra shit. But, okay. But the fingerprinting at the airport was and is a major red flag, okay, obviously, and it absolutely connects to a larger scale and web of surveillance, obviously, no shit, are we not seeing the connection between the government, the military, and all of these motherfuckers in gang stalking? Are we not seeing the pattern, the connection? Are we not seeing this? Yeah, we are seeing it, okay, we are seeing it. So normal TSA protocol. Okay, usually you go through the detector, you might get a pat down, they might check your bag, you'll do the ID verification, but fingerprinting is not a standard, that's just not standard protocol. That's not standard civilian practice. That doesn't make any sense. For air travelers in the U.S., that just does not make any sense. So who usually gets fingerprinted? People with special programs, so people that's in pre-check enrollment, global entry, things like that. But now the only way that something like that would occur is if you are about to enter a fucking watch list, or if you about to enter a fucking biometric tracking system, okay? Let's just be for real. Or any other motherfucker that's being flagged by some sort of fucking higher level surveillance team, okay? That's just what the fuck it is. That's crazy. Fingerprints, this is biometric fucking surveillance. This is our whole fucking being. Enter into a fucking computer tracking us every insane, actually, full blown crazy than a bitch. But if I would have known what the fuck I know now, I would have been like, no, you're not fixing to fingerprint me, bitch. You're not fixing to leave shit on my motherfucking hands. No, bitch, no, I don't need to catch this flight. I don't need to do that. I will just get the fuck, actually. But I didn't fucking know. I did not know how deep this fucking shit was. So, if you're gang stalked, and you just so happen to catch a damn flight, and then motherfuckers try to pull you out of every bitch that's over here, and they want to fingerprint you and tell you, oh, whatever the fuck, no. And if I'm telling you something is off or wrong, or you just don't want to do it, no. Don't say fuck that flight. Fuck the flight. Fuck that damn flight, okay? That's just what the fuck it is, okay? That fingerprint ensures that I'm forever tagged in federal and military and government linked systems. That's just what it is. That's why the bitch was over my head as soon as I hopped out the car. Okay? That's why. That's just what the fuck it is. That makes tracking that much fucking easier, okay? So, yeah. Let's just be all the way for real. Okay? And all of that in this is to reinforce the alleged message of they is doing it. We are watching you everywhere. That's just what it is, okay? So, we need to be thinking about the military funding and technology for all of this, okay? This is biometric tracking. So between fingerprints, between the facial recognition systems, the iris scans, all of these things were developed in military operations, okay? Military operations. This is top-notch, top-grade technology, tracking, surveillance, fucking techniques, intellect, all this shit. This is top grade shit. Okay? And again, all those things was created for fucking war, for battle. For motherfuckers overseas, okay? But they're using these fucking same systems and evil ass tactics on U.S. soil. U.S. soil. On civilian ground. Got fucking civilians asking me what the fuck. And I gotta tell this motherfucker, like I'm the bitch in control. That's crazy, actually. That's crazy. That's insane. That is absurd, actually. And I'm not gonna lie about it. Yeah, and they're doing all of this domestically under the umbrella, but the funding is under the national security funding budget. That's what it's under. On civilian ground, no, fuck that. Every motherfucker needs to fucking rebuke that and protest against it because it's crazy. That's the billions of dollars. That's just billions of dollars on them fucking flights alone. Crazy. Anyway. But yeah, if you are being tracked and monitored like I am, if you're being gang stalked like I am, then that means a military grade system is being used against you every fucking day. Okay? Every fucking day. That's just what it is. Every day. Every day. And Philly's not even a fucking base. This is not a military... Okay, every motherfucker knows that. Philly is not even a military town. It's not normal for 3 big-ass choppers to be over my head as soon as I hop out the car with the fucking fresh-ass chopper bitch doors open. Like, y'all about to hop out this bitch? No. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any fucking sense. It was a full-blown movie scene. Actually. A full-blown movie scene. I'm not gonna lie about it. And for the fact that I didn't know that these bitches was about to fly over my head, I deserve fucking compensation of $20 million, actually, because I played a big ass role in that shit. So let's be for real about it, actually. Like literally, let's be all the way the fuck for real. But yeah, so wow. But yeah, so the Freemason connection. So they, I'm not allowed to. I can't really give a fuck about the Freemasons at this point because again, it was fucking military choppers over my damn head. So that means the government's playing a fucking part. And honestly, and yeah, so that's some deep ass shit actually. And so technically, all you motherfuckers under the same umbrella. That basically what the fuck I mean when I say that. I think, yeah, not I think. That's what I mean when I say that, okay? So why do they use the helicopters and stuff like that? What do helicopters represent? Helicopters represent emergency. They represent like, you know, like 911, like and like ASAP, like just causing attention, like just bringing awareness, attention. Okay, I don't know, visibility on the spot. Like that's what helicopters. You know, I don't know. And helicopters are not cheap to operate at all by any means. Okay, running them, having them constantly over a bitch or constantly over any location. Not even just me. I'm speaking in general. Okay, but really I'm speaking for myself actually because that's the only person I can speak for. So there's that too. But that is a lot of funding. And if something is constantly over your head, what is that? That is a show of force. What is that? That is a show of domination. What is that? That is a complete waste and drain of resources. And I'm not the only person that's being chased and followed and harassed by fucking helicopters. I'm not the only one. At all. It's crazy. Somebody else actually commented and said, yes, they do the same to me every, now granted, I'm not saying this verbatim, okay, I'm kind of just re-summarizing what the person said. But yeah, they be over my head all day too. It's a complete waste of resources. It is. That's what the fuck it is. That's what it is, okay? Yeah. That's just what it is. Only government funding would produce these results, okay? That's when we have to be for real with ourselves. That is the only funding. But it's kind of like, no shit. It's like, duh, excuse me. Yeah, so it's kind of, but I think gang stalking is so deep. Because, like, when it first starts, you know that it's the government. Like, you but you 100% know that it's the government. Because, like, who else the fuck would be doing it? But then as it goes on over time, it gets so deep that it goes from government to spiritual to paranormal. Then it starts to combine all of them. But then when you look at the funding aspect of it all, that's when you 100% know that it's the fucking government at the end of the day. It's 100% them. So actually, there's that. It's the fucking government. I solve gang stalking. It's the fucking government. Excuse me, I know who's behind the gang stalking, but it ain't been solved yet, but it's about to be solved. But that's who is behind it. Okay, but let's move on. Yeah. And again, only government funding would produce these type of results with the gang stalking shit, obviously, okay? Like, clearly. Through the military and the police budgets, okay? All of that. Constant air surveillance, foot traffic, neighbor surveillance, all just random surveillance like that. That's a lot of money. Air surveillance, that's a lot of money. The fingerprinting, the sabotaging, the cross-institutional tracking, that costs millions and billions of dollars. And millions of dollars alone for just one person. That is a lot of funding. That is a lot of money. Okay? And this is why gang stalking is not random. Okay? It requires government backing. Okay? And what I experienced at the airport, you know, and again, this is, I may have wrote this the day before or whenever, the day before the choppers was over my head. But damn, that was just one fucking incident. That's just crazy, actually. But anyway, what I experienced at the airport clearly shows that my targeting and surveillance has escalated from regular harassment but I can't, because it's always been military level tracking. It's always been that, okay? And again, this isn't random, it is organized, okay? When people with operational training and institutional influence, such as the military, such as all these government networks, when they belong to these same, again, networks, um, they're easily able to cover and just cover for each other. And surveillance becomes a tool through which they exert power and chaos, and heavy on the chaos. One of their main freaking goals is to wreak chaos. Okay, that's it. Oh, that's one of the main things. Okay, the military has long pioneered surveillance. Okay, and technology. All right, breaking down the enemy, drones, signal intelligence, all of this. Okay, which was originally only justified for national defense purposes, not on American soil. Obviously, this okay, yeah. If you doing that for the enemy, okay, sure, no shit. Do what the fuck you gotta do. But a bitch on U.S. soil that ain't did shit to no motherfucking no, that doesn't make any sense. That don't make no sense. That's evil. Okay, it's full blown evil. Fingerprinting at the airport is not a simple manner of security. Okay, that was a biometric data collection. Okay, that is now linked, and since that day has been linked to vast databases across every government agency, every military, for all that fucking shit, law enforcement, all that, intelligence agencies, all of that. Okay, and once in the system, okay, that's what further layers all of the monitoring, all of the stalking, the vehicles, the helicopters, the surveillance, all of them patterns. Okay, this is why, because of that. And all of this represents the large, coordinated funding and allocation of resources from the government. Okay? Nobody else but the government. Okay? The military's role in this extends into psychological operations. Okay? Psychological operations are designed to Psychological operations are designed to manipulate the thoughts, the emotions, the behaviors, and all of that. And more so, not even, yeah, they probably want that for the person, but more so how other motherfuckers perceive you. And if every bitch is perceiving you insane, and that's what's allowing all these motherfuckers to hop on down board with this stalking shit, it's crazy. That's crazy. That is insane, actually. That's full-blown insane. Yes, full-blown crazy. Okay. So, when you link their psych ops with the other networks of influence, all of that, that manipulation becomes much more occult-like, okay? And then it starts to blend into technology. It starts to blend into fucking a bunch of extra stuff, okay? The helicopters everywhere, the hovering, the big black tinted trucks everywhere, following then leaving, the sudden disruptions to communication or communication devices. These tactics are not random glitches. They are actual indeed tactics, okay? And these tactics are meant, okay? They're intentionally meant to destabilize a person. They're intentionally meant to do these things, okay? Oh, and to drain and exert fucking energy, okay? Alright. The funding behind gang stalking is massive, okay? And the massiveness of the funding obviously is what assists in the coordination of all the invisible hands that's playing a part in it, okay? Yeah. Alrighty. So, and again, gang stalking is extreme surveillance, harassment. It's very ritualistic harassment, okay? It's very much just wow. Let's see here. And gang stalking is also, it's a lot of things, but yeah. But yeah, the military provides the tools, the databases, the drones, the helicopters, the communication, signal disruptors, the biometric tracking, all of those type of things. And you just put all that together, you put it in with manipulation, you put in with all of that, and it creates all of this just chaotic mess, okay? It's just wow. It's very crazy. It's very crazy. And yeah, and it's not an effort by just bored random people. No, that's not the case at all. That's literally not the case. Uh, yeah, that's not the case at all. But it's a coordinated campaign backed by institutions with money, structure, and hidden agendas. Okay. And honestly, at this point, you know, the purpose of gang stalking is just to cause chaos in the motherfucker's life. That's pretty much the main purpose, okay? It's not random. It's not random at all. It's organized, okay? And once you see the web, you can never unsee it because it's just a big ass web. It's boom right there in your face, okay? So, the purpose of this video was really to kind of just, and I feel like, but that's fine. So at least we can always expand, actually. So that's fine too. But yeah, the point of this video was just to really show how all of this, basically how the government is behind the gang stalking. The military and the government is behind this gang stalking, okay? And how they all interlap with each other, and feed into one another, okay? And just to clearly show that gang stalking is not random, it's not disconnected, it's indeed part of a larger web of surveillance, control, and manipulation, okay? And heavy on the energy manipulation, because that's also what the fuck it's trying to produce too. Energy manipulation or energy siphoning, all of that shit. That's heavy on that. That's probably the top one, actually. Minus causing chaos, you know. Yeah. In the military, again, they have perfected surveillance for warfare, okay? Tracking enemies, intercepting communication, using war tactics to destabilize whoever the fuck they after. This is all the things that they do in gang stalking, okay? This is all the things, okay? Yeah. It's a lot, okay? But yeah. And then Freemasons, because originally this video was kind of connecting the military to the Freemasons, but now I'm just really focused on the government. So, but I already wrote this, so that's why I'm just kind of reading what I wrote here, but I guess. But yeah, I put here, Freemasons provide the social layer of surveillance, neighbors who watch, stalk, harass, coworkers who report, and institutions that turn a blind eye, okay? And when these layers merge together, this forms gang stalking, okay? Gang stalking is not only harassment and abuse, it is also testing and perfecting methods of covert control, all right? Fingerprinting at airports, unexplained helicopter surveillance, constant non-stop harassment and monitoring. These are not random events, okay? These are real life demonstrations of their partnerships at work, okay? That's just what it is. And, you know, it also reveals a system that has the funding, that has the coordination, and the will to track individuals across state lines, across years, and invade every attempt and every right to that person's privacy, okay? It is no coincidence that these same technologies used in warfare are now appearing now in gang stalking. The purpose of this video is revelation, okay? Take a look at what's fragmented. Take a look at the stalking. Take a look at the fingerprints. Take a look at the helicopters, the neighbors, the maintenance, the brotherhood, the officials, the networks, the government, all of that. All of this is systematic surveillance, okay? This is design chaos. Once you know that this is design chaos, you literally will never unsee it. Who built it? Who's in on it? The government. Okay? That's just what the fuck it is. That's just what it is, alright? Okay, and again, but yeah. And again, it's important to emphasize things. So, but yeah, so, but again, yeah. gang stalking is very intrusive. Okay, it's very, 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 very intrusive. Yeah. All right, and with gang stalking, this is a big thing. Okay, what starts as an annoyance or coincidence quickly turns into a pattern. That's how you'll know that you're being gang stalked. That pretty much what it is. Okay. Patterns don't lie. It's an invisible web, or it once was an invisible web. Now it's no longer invisible because it's just not. All right. Yeah, it's just not. But yeah, I mean, we can either dive a little deeper into this, but I feel like at this point, we pretty much all know it's the government, so we need to just be figuring out what the fuck we're gonna do. But yeah, we need to once so we now we are asking who's funding this, but clearly the government is funding this. But what are they benefiting from this? Okay, and I feel like this is kind of why maybe we need to look more into MK Ultra, more into COINTELPRO to get more information, get more intel. What was the point of those programs? What is the point of this alleged program? What the fuck is the point overall? Okay, but whether it's hidden under the mask of security or national security or whatever the fuck, what we're experiencing, it's literally just, it's a full-blown war. Okay, that's just what it is. And it's just updated with modern technology. Okay, that's it. That's it. All right, that's it. That is it. But yeah, um, but yeah, and then another big layer after like the government and the military is the spiritual layer of it. Like, whoa, it's very big, it's huge, it's deep. Um, Behind the technology, behind the military, behind the government, it's a huge hand of rituals, energy manipulation, energy harvesting, energy siphoning, spiritual corruption, a lot of corruption, witchcraft. Witchcraft is a whole nother dimension in itself. That alone is a whole fucking series to unpack, which we shall do because it all goes hand in hand and it literally is all playing a factor, okay? So for now, as we all know, gang stalking is not random. Okay, it's systematic and it's rooted in secret societies, secret networks, and it's empowered and funded by military. Excuse me. It's operated by military intelligence, but it's funded by the government and it's enforced through advanced surveillance, tracking, and manipulation. Okay, this is just the surface, but we will unpack it all. And we'll make it easy to, we'll do a step-by-step, layer by layer, and break it down. And I wasn't trying to be controversial. I don't see how this video could be controversial to any motherfucker, especially not a person that's experiencing gang stalking, actually. And if you are offended by this video, then one, you're either a gang stalker, two, you don't need to be fucking watching it, or three, you just don't understand, and that's fine. But to be offended by this, the previous video is insane, actually, and it really doesn't make any fucking sense, actually. And if you ain't part of the solution, then you're part of the fucking problem. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm on the good side, and good always fucking prevails. And every bitch that had a hand or part in gang stalking is going to rot in fucking hell. And if you don't understand that, bitch, you better go on to the fucking side, because you don't want no parts to do with them motherfuckers either. Because again, them motherfuckers is gonna rot the fucking hell. But anyway, back to what I was saying. But yeah, so next we'll either be diving into, the witchcraft and all them layers to that, or we'll be looking a little deeper into MK Ultra and the COINTELPRO, and just how those two programs alone relate to gang stalking and how it's still used today, and just wow, actually. Yep. But yeah, we'll just explore a lot of those things, okay? Either way, both paths shall lead us closer to the truth, closer to understanding and closer to exposure of their evil agenda. And that's the very thing that they don't want, and that's the very thing that we have to do, because we didn't ask for none of this shit. But that's what the fuck they chose to do, so now we gotta do what the fuck we have to do, and I have to do what the fuck I have to do, and that's just what it is. But I hope everybody's good. I hope everybody's well. I hope y'all have a great Friday night. I hope y'all have a great weekend. I hope y'all enjoy the last of summer. Get ready for, I guess, fall. And yeah, just about to enjoy the weekend and enjoy whatever the heck you want to enjoy. And I shall talk to y'all soon. Yeah. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And thank you to my people, and shout out to y'all. And again, to my people, if y'all could always provide me ways on how to fucking maneuver through my damn day dealing with all these fucking gang stalkers, that would help too a lot, obviously. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all soon. Thank you. Okay. Boop.